All right, next question from Gordon. What's up, Gordon? Long time, buddy. He says, hey, guys, first of all, I want to wish you continued good health, much happiness, and even greater prosperity for the holidays in the coming year. You are the best. Well, thank you, Gordon. We always appreciate you. You've
Thanks,
been coming
Gordon.
here for years. He's been posting questions and comments and love it. Here's my question. If you use the physical address of a post office without the suite number as the business address for a local lead gen site, isn't Google smart enough now to detect that it's a post office address and not index the site? And if so, can they detect private post box service address and or virtual office addresses and not index those pages as well? No, I mean, yeah, of course they're smart enough and they know that. It's not that they won't index it though. I mean, that it's not that it won't index, it will index. The thing is getting it verified and published. Because remember, I think you're conflating two things, Gordon. Indexing is like web pages. That's really not the problem with Google business profiles. The Google business profiles is getting it verified and published. You understand? Like it won't publish now unless it's verified. So you have to verify it. And so can you still get away with verifying Google business profiles to virtual mailboxes? Yeah, you can, to not nearly as consistently as you used to be able to, but it's still possible. I haven't attempted to do it for most of this year. I did get a Google business profile a couple of months ago, but I did it through another service. There is a service that you can get Google business profiles from, but they don't give you manager access, which is bullshit. Because like, what's the point? You can't optimize it. You can't publish posts. You can't publish the Google business website. You can't do any of it. So I got one a couple of months ago for semantic links. As a matter of fact, I have a Google business profile for semantic links, my link building business, but I got it through another provider that does not provide manager access. So I have no control over it whatsoever. None. So it's basically worthless in my opinion. So I don't try to secure the Google business assets anymore. I'm just not even going to attempt to anymore. I'd rather just work on organic and Google ads kind of stuff for lead gen. And then when I find lead buyers for my own assets, then I can back into doing kind of traditional retainer based work for Google business profiles, because they have a real valid business, right? So we can optimize, verify, re-verify if needed. So what I'm saying is there's getting the Google business profile verified and published is not an indexing thing. It's a validation thing. Does that make sense? So, but yeah, can it be done? It still can be done. I've talked to several mastermind members, or I've been on consultation calls lately as well. Anyways, I know that there are other people doing it. So it can still be done. It's just harder now because Google often, or most of the time in the United States, is going to require video verification. I'm not going to share it here, but in the mastermind, I've heard, what I'm saying is I can share what I've heard in the mastermind. I'm not going to share it here, but I've heard from recently from a few people that a couple of things that they've done to be able to still get around. They're able to video verify fake GMBs or fake Google business listings. So again, I don't want to mess with that anymore. I really don't. I mean, as much as I love the lead gen side of business more so than client work. Absolutely. But that's why I'm going through this whole process starting next month with the kind of rank and rent SEO. I've been working on this for months, working on kind of a different method that does not require Google business assets to still be able to build and expand my lead gen business. And that's what I'm going to be teaching on next month. Free, publicly available. Okay. That training is going to be publicly available. And I'm going to go through the whole process from start to finish, soup to nuts, on how to do build a rank and rent SEO business. 100% free, guys. You guys can all see that training. Okay. And so part of the reason I'm telling you this, Gordon, is because I wanted to change my strategy to get away from trying to do all this spam GMB stuff. I'm tired of trying to secure listings and putting a bunch of work into it just to have them suspended. And that is bringing me back to your question. You can still publish these kind of listings and get them verified. It's more difficult, but if you are able to, it's still possible. And if you are able to get them verified, there is always that chance that it will be suspended. Less likely from a post office, although that can happen. I had 4 of my, the oldest lead gen asset I ever set up, the very first tree service lead gen asset I ever set up, I set up in 2014. And that just got suspended earlier this year, like maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I had that son of a bitch for 8 years. It produced really good revenue for me for 8 freaking years. And it got suspended earlier this year. And that was registered. That one was to a virtual mailbox, a UPS store. I had 3 others. I had 4 from one brand. I had 13 locations for this one brand, and I had 4 of them suspended in a 24-hour period. And one of them was a UPS store. 3 of them were post offices, PO boxes. And I still got 9, but 4 of them were, I thought they were going to fall like dominoes. When I saw 4 of them get suspended in 24 hours, I was like, well, I guess I'm losing all 13. And apparently I've still got 9 of them, which is interesting. I don't know why those 4 got suspended, but they did. And it was not, I didn't do anything. They just, one day I just got a notification. 4 of them might've been suspended. So that's why I'm saying, why bother with that? I don't want to do that shit anymore, man. I put so much work and effort into those Google business assets, and they produced well for me for years. So I'm not complaining about that, but I don't like doing work that then can be taken, like the rug can be yanked out from underneath you at any time. Right. And that sucks, man. You put effort and time and money into it, and then all of a sudden it's gone in an instant. And I don't want to deal with that shit anymore. So that's why I've not tried to do that all year long. Instead, I've been working on developing a method that uses organic properties and ads, paid traffic, to generate ranking or lead gen properties that then I can monetize. And the lead buyer, or whether it's a lead buyer or somebody that's renting the assets or whatever, that company is a real valid company. So they have a Google business profile or can verify one because they're a real business. And so therefore, why not build a rank and rent or a lead gen business based on stuff that Google's not going to yank out from underneath you or suspend. And then you can always back in and do what I'm calling a hybrid model, right? Lease out your assets or sell on a pay-per-lead basis that you own and control. And then once you've developed established a relationship with whoever your lead buyers are, you can always upsell them on, hey, you got a Google business profile, right? Well, I can rank your Google business profile so that you're getting leads from my assets and your own asset. And I can do that for $800 a month or $1,000 a month or $500, whatever it is that you decide you want to charge. The point is, now you're getting lead gen or rank and rent money for your own assets, and you're getting money from optimizing their Google business profile, which you don't have to worry about being suspended, right? And even if it does get suspended, it's a real business. You can re-verify it if needed. So that's the whole point that I'm trying to make, is like, we have to evolve. I know there's other people that are still just strictly on the Google business side of things. That's fine. I don't want to deal with that shit. All right. I don't like losing my work. It hurt. My feelings were hurt when the first tree service location got suspended, man. I was like, son of a bitch, that thing produced for years and now it's gone, so anyway, and it was my first one. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. I would encourage you not to try to force that if possible. There's other ways to do it. So follow me in January and you'll see that.